Hello, today I'm going to be teaching you how to accomplish a nighttime look with these purples. I know purples are kind of hard to work with sometimes, so hopefully this will be helpful. Thanks.
Alrighty, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my face with some Fix Plus. I'm going to be using Studio Fix. So my skin's really dry, but I do want a full coverage foundation. But if you have the same problem and your foundation's too thick, you could always dilute it with Fix Plus. It's an awesome product, and I totally recommend it. It lasts forever. So, and it's only like 18 bucks or something. So the brush I'm using is just a nice fluffy brush. I do recommend using a brush to apply your foundation, just because it is going to save you product. And it's so much easier. It saves you time because you just buff it right on, and you're not, putting on your fingers and having to wash your hands. So I'm a big advocate for brushes. They're easy to clean. You can buy the solution, or you can just wash them with soap. I mean, obviously the solution is better for the brushes, but you can also do that. And you only have to wash them maybe once a week. It depends on how much makeup you use. And I use this foundation as a concealer as well. Sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I just, pop some foundation under my eyes rather than an actual concealer. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put some primer on my eyelids. There is many different primers that you can purchase, expensive, medium, and cheap ones. And the one I'm going to be using is Painterly. The brush that I like to use is just a fluffy brush, and I just kind of swirl around in there, and it just helps to use a fluffy brush because you just buff it on, right on, kind of like the same idea as your foundation. And it really does save you time. So brushes really do save you a ton of time. You can definitely apply Painterly or this primer with your fingers, but you could also use a brush, no problem. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some purples on my eyes, and the thing I'm going to start with first is a highlighter. So I'm going to do a light pink right in the corner of my eye. If you have close eyes, your eyes were really close together, just look at yourself in the mirror, and if your eyes are super close, put a ton of that highlighting stuff right in the corner of your eyes, the inner corner. That's going to help your eyes look a little bit more separated. So where I'm putting it, put it a little bit more towards your nose, and that's going to help with the closeness, separating your eyes a little bit more. This next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use a light purple to go right on my crease. Like I said in my past videos, if you have light skin and your eyebrows are closer to your eyelids, like there's not that much space, you can skip this step. This step is just for people like me that have a little bit more of space in between their eyelids and their eyebrows. So that's why it just creates depth. So if you don't have any space right there, do not attempt to put any color right there, because it's just going to make your eye sink back. So just analyze your face and then decide if you want to put that there or not. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some dark purples right in the corner. So what you would do, well, first, before I do the purple, I'm going to go ahead and do a lilac right on my lid. You're just going to want to rub the eyeshadow and pat it on your eyelid. Patting helps a ton if you're going to be trying to deposit the color right on your eyelid. If you really want it to be vibrant, you're going to want to pat it on there. And the Painterly, the primer that I used on my eyes, is going to help grab onto that color and make it stay all day long. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use my a fluffy brush, and I'm going to do a dark purple, and that's going to go right in the corner. So this anybody can do. Just do, you know, a lighter color, and then your medium color in the middle, and then your dark color in the corner. Like I said, if you have smaller eyes, what you're going to want to do is just put it in the corner of your eye. Don't go into your crease a ton. Just put it right in the corner of your eyelid. So kind of where I'm putting it, but a little lower. That way it doesn't go into your crease a ton. Because that's just going to make you look like you got punched in the face. We don't want that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same brush I put the I patted the eyeshadow on with. I'm going to grab a little bit of color, and I'm going to go underneath to apply a little bit of a shadow. So I'm using a purpley color, and I'm just going right on underneath, right on the lash line, applying some color right there. The other thing is, for if you have issues with it's looking a little, it doesn't look blended, really just keep blending it, and that helps a ton to not stopping, just keep blending until it looks pretty. And then the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to use a waxy pencil first, just to make my eyebrows stay upright. And then I'm going to use a little brush. You can use a little brush right now or at the end to make them stand up right. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a pencil. It's spiked. You can use all kinds of different pencils. If you are lighter skin, I would use something a little more taupey, like a light brown, but not a red brown, a more taupey brown, grayish brown. That helps a ton. Nice skin color. It just really depends on your hair color as well. You're going to want to match your hair color. Obviously, I'm not sure if I would do, my hair is pretty dark, almost black, but I'm still using a brown. And what I'm doing is I'm just making a line right under my eyebrow where I wanted to start, and filling in a little bit more. And I'm making little fake hairs, just very, very gently going upwards towards my hairline. And then I do like to use a gel, clear brow gel. I don't think I've tried the ones from the grocery store, but I'm sure you can find something good like that. That way it just kind of keeps your eyebrows in place, and it keeps them looking good all day long. There's different colors that you can use. My favorite personally is just the clear, even though that doesn't look clear, but it was supposed to be clear. But I feel like it really works well with any eyebrow. If you've got great eyebrows, then you can use a colored one just to kind of fill in a tiny little bit more. But I do have to use a clear one because I don't have tons of eyebrows. What I'm going to go ahead and do next is I'm going to put on a blush, and the one I chose for this look is more of a bronzy blush. You can do pinky, you can do a just all kinds of different blushes with this look. It's more of a nighttime look, so you do absolutely want to wear a little bit of a blush, because if you're going to go out, you're going to look really faded out if you don't use a blush. So I would use a teeny bit of that. You could also use a little bit of a highlighter. If you're going out and there's going to be nice lights, that's going to look really pretty on your cheeks. So the next step right now is I'm going to use my angled brush and do my eyeliner. So as you can tell, I'm just going to do really small steps, just really small touches on my eyelid, and you're going to want to go right in between your lash line and your eyelid, and just really small steps. You don't have to do a perfect line at first. You can just kind of fix as you go. If you kind of go a little too over or too much, you could always kind of compensate. And yeah, so I did my first eye, and then I did my other eye, and I'm just showing how to do eyelashes. I just like to really apply the mascara first, and then try and separate after. Sometimes I use 2 different mascaras if I have time. One that serves as a applicator, so something like Zoom Lash, just really nice thick mascara, and then I would use something different, just more natural to be able to separate my eyelashes. The color I'm going to be using is just a really light purpley color. It doesn't show purple, but you could use the light pink. You could always go match with your blush color and do a little bit more of a bronzy color as well. But that's just a pretty lilac color that goes with the eyes. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put a little bit of Fascinating, which is the MAC eyeliner, white eyeliner, and I'm just going to put it right inside of my eye and my waterline, and that just really gives it a pop, and it looks really pretty. Makes your eyes look bigger. And I am going to do a close-up of my eyes and a close-up of my lips. Thank you so much for watching.